Ancestry has added the ability to scan, crop, enhance, and import your images right into your Ancestry account using your smartphone. And wow, is it easy, and it's like one click and it automatically crops and automatically does all this stuff. So we're going to show you how that works here in a moment. But one of my favorite features, I have to say, is the ability to scan multiple multiple images with one click. For example, a scrapbook page that has several images on it. It automatically crops, enhances, and imports those images into your media gallery on your Ancestry account. Now, this is a mobile app feature, but you'll find your images on your desktop. So if you don't have the mobile app, you can download it. It's free, and it should work for your free accounts as well. Obviously, there's limitations on the free accounts as far as being able to do record research, but the images you upload go into your free account. So if you have a free account, there you go. All right, so this feature is currently available on iOS and Android devices, and I'm going to demonstrate all of it in real time to show you how this works. But hey, if this is your first time here and you're going, who is this crazy woman? My name is Connie Knox. I am a lifelong genealogist here to help you go further, faster, and factually with your family history research. Please subscribe and ring the bell so that you get notified each time I upload a video. Genealogy TV has a website, a newsletter, and a Facebook page. Make sure you are checking all of that out. Links for that are in the description box below. Now, I want to note that this is not sponsored by Ancestry, so your support is totally appreciated. If you want the handout, there is a handout for this episode. If you want the handout, you can join the Information Access Level channel membership just by clicking the Join button. It is also available to the Happy Dance level on patreon.com/genealogy TV. All right, so we're going to talk more about that at the end of the show. All right, now let's roll the opener and get to the show. I have to tell you, Ancestry has come out with this new app on your cell phone where you can scan photographs. Let me show you. I have an old scrapbook, right, with a bunch of pictures in it. Well, here's the thing. You know, I have used a flatbed scanner for years to photograph and scan documents and photographs and stuff. Well, they have an app now for scanning photographs really quick. Now, I have been a big fan of a program called TurboScan. Let me find it real quick. So here is TurboScan. I have been using TurboScan for a long time to scan pages of books and documents and that kind of thing. But Ancestry now has come out with this scanning software where you can scan photographs straight from your phone. It immediately crops, enhances, and uploads to Ancestry. So if you have a public tree and you're uploading this stuff, it's probably going to be public in your media gallery. So here I am in my tree, right? And I want to scan pages from this book. So check this out. So I'm going to find some photographs here. Now, I can tell you right now, I have really experimented with this, and some of these pages in this scrapbook are at an angle, you know, it's being cute, and it's got lots of fluffy background and stuff. But here's the thing. So in the upper right corner, there is this little icon that shows the media gallery icon. So we click on the media gallery and it takes me to photographs that I have already uploaded to Ancestry. And in a lot of cases, they may be attached to family. I'm going to show you more about that in a minute. Isn't she cute? Look at that. This is my favorite picture of my sister. Isn't she cute? She did not want to have her picture taken. Oh, my mother was so upset. Okay, so we are in the gallery, and in the lower right corner, you'll see the plus button. So we click on the plus button, and you have three options. So here we can scan photographs, we can take a photograph of somebody, or we can go to the camera roll and pick out something that's already on my cell phone. Let's say we've been at a wedding or a family reunion and I've been running around taking pictures. I'm like, hey, do you mind if I upload that to Ancestry? Sure, go ahead. So I could hit my camera roll and upload it that way. But we're talking today about the scanning feature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Scan Photos, and you're going to see this. Oh, look at how awful a reflection that is. That's terrible reflection. So I'm going to shoot right through this plastic and see if I can get it in such a way that it's... All right, so so you have to tap and you have to hold it for a minute, and now it's going to work. So let's see what happens. Woohoo, can't wait. All right, that was pretty fast. Now that was real time. And it cropped that photograph. Let me pull that up. So it's uploading right now to Ancestry. There it is. All right, so now we have this photograph in here, and we can do a couple things. We can colorize it. Let's see what that does. Interesting. We can restore it, which is going to take it back to a black and white, but it's going to sharpen it a little bit. Enhance is going to do both. Okay, so that is just one photograph. But wait, there's more. One thing that you do need to know before we move on is that it saves your original. So if we click over here, you can see the original. It's never going to overwrite your original. And then you can click on the advanced. Now, you can go back to playing with other... I just hit the restore button. You can go back to hitting just colorize if you don't like the restored and enhance. But just know that you got colorize, restore, and then enhance does both. Okay, so the next thing what we want to do is we want to hit next. And from here, we can tag the photograph by clicking the tag, and you see it puts a box around the portrait. Tap image to add tag. So we click on that. Find someone in my tree. Edna. Gee, this is my mother-in-law. God bless her. Okay, so now we hit done, and that image has been tagged with her as in the tree. Now we could title the photograph if we wanted to by clicking in and just typing whatever it is we want. I'm just going to back up. And then the date is defaulting to the day of the recording. So it's obvious what day I'm recording this. And then you can put a location in, and then I'm just going to hit return. You could put a description in, and it's going to fall in this case to a portrait or family photograph, but you could change that to some other category. All right, now this is so cool. So now we're going to hit add. All right, now it's uploading. So we could go ahead, even though it's uploading, we could go ahead and start working on our family history while it's uploading in the background if there's like a mess of photographs that we've uploaded. So if you'll notice in the lower, well, right in the corner there, it shows a little person and an enhance button. So it's giving you an indication of what photographs are attached to whom. And down here, for example, this photograph was, I'm going to back out, it was only attached to the person. It has not been enhanced. But I could open that up because this is a photograph that I had uploaded previously, and I could hit edit at the top of the screen, and then I could add, you know, enhancement or restore if there was a lot of scratches and whatnot. And then I can, you know, there's barely any difference on that one. So I'm just going to cancel out of that. I'm going to back out of that. Okay. So now here's the cool part. Okay. So I have pulled this page out of the scrapbook, and you can see that it's got multiple images on the same page. Now watch what happens. You're going to love this. So I'm press and hold on a second. Got to get it just right. I'm going to press and hold the button. Now watch this. This is going to be amazing. Tick tock, tick tock. It only takes a few minutes or a few seconds, but once it's done, it's going to crop those images, and it's going to add all 5 images to Ancestry. Look at that. It's trying to enhance them. Some of them it's working and some of it is not. Look at that. Oh, it even picked up the obituary. Isn't that funny? It's picking up things that it didn't pick up before. I had tested this before. And so it picked up those flowers. It picked up this obituary, which is interesting. All right, so I'm going to say done and see what happened. Now look, this isn't absolutely perfect. You know, I could have brought my phone down closer to the individual images, but look at all the images that it did pick up. So it picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an obituary. Now, the only thing I have noticed with this, I have not been able to figure out, maybe there's a way to rotate it, but I have not been able to figure out a way to rotate that image. So I'm just going to ignore that one for the moment. This image here looks pretty good. So we would go up and we hit edit, and we could colorize it. Let's see. I don't really like the color on that. So let's go back to the, let's go see what restore does. I don't see a lot of difference. There's before, there's after, okay? And then enhance is going to do both. I don't really like the color. The enhance is okay. So I'm going to hit save. And so that image is now saved. And again, at the very top, you see this button at the top. It says tap to review the original. We could just, in this full view, flip back and forth and tap to review the enhance. So that what we're seeing right now is the original, and tap to see the enhanced version. I don't see a whole lot of difference, but let's move on. So we're gonna close this one. Now this image here has a lot of scratches, so let's see what we can do with this. So if we hit restore, it removes some of the scratches. Look, that's after. There's no editing right here. This is in real time. That's before, that's after. I say that's pretty good. That's not bad. Let's hit enhance, which is going to, what is going to add color basically, because it does enhance, remember, it does both colorize and restore. Now, it put a lot of blue in there and made her face kind of, you know, skin tone color. I don't really like that. So I'm going to go back to restore, and then I'm going to hit save. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to take this photograph right here, okay? And if you'll notice, we don't have any information, okay? So we can click this little, down in the lower left corner, there's a little eye. We can click on that, so we can edit the details by hitting the edit button. And now this opens up the photograph, and we can tag the photograph. And I would want to tag this to, let's see, tag. I had to tap her face within that square, okay? And then I want to search someone in my tree, and this is going to be Mamie Summerlin, okay? And this was her wedding day photograph. So this is her, okay? Now I'm going to type done, and I'm going to say Mamie, and it looks like it was the 4th of December, 1901. 1901. Okay, hit return. I don't know the exact location offhand. I'd have to look that up, but I think it was Tarboro, North Carolina. However, so we're going to hit save, all right, based on that information. And now that image is saved. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I want to see what this button does. I'm pressing the lower right button right here just to see. Okay, so it's just eliminating all the details. But look, we can zoom in, we can zoom out. Just I'm pinching and squeezing back and forth. All right, so I'm done with this. All right, so now it shows that it's attached to a person in my tree. See the little people icon? And then the little enhancement button is showing. So we know that person in the gallery is in the tree. Now, we can see all of this on our desktop as well. So what's nice about this is we can then go into our tree on our desktop or on our phone or whatever and play with it. But if you're at something like a family reunion and somebody pulls out the old scrapbook, right? It's kind of interesting to play with. So I had tried scanning a bunch of photographs, and there's several photographs that I scanned that were not straight up and down. It doesn't like angles. So what you want to do if that happens is you want to hold the phone just over that one photograph and kind of angle it just right. For example, if I go and photograph, let me show you a page. If I were to go scan a page like this that has all of these angles and crazy background and stuff, it might have a little bit of a challenge. Now, because there's a background border on that, it might work, and then again, it might not. So I'm going to scan this page just for grins and giggles. I'll go ahead and try it. Oh, I cut off part of the corner of one of the marriage certificate. Well, we'll see what happens. And so look at that. Isn't that amazing? Holy cow. So it took the whole page. It did not take just it didn't crop all those images out of there. What it did was it scanned the entire page, which still is okay, you know. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to just hit next on this. I'm going to say, I'm just going to hit add just to get it in the photo gallery. Okay, so it's in there. It's not been enhanced. It's not had any editing. It's not had anyone tagged in it. So what we're going to do next is we're going to jump over to the desktop. We're going to stop using the phone for a few minutes, and I'm going to show you where you find this stuff on the desktop. But all right, I did something. There we go. If you, here's what happened. Okay, so if you tap once, you get all of the menus go away. If you tap again, they come back, and I forgot that. So lesson learned for everybody. So you got to have the menu up in order to see what we're doing. So as a reminder, in the upper corner here is where you tap to get the media gallery back. So let's jump over to the desktop now and see where these photographs ended up. I'm at the home screen on Ancestry, and to get to the media gallery, you need to jump into the tree that you're in. So once you're in the tree, if you click the down arrow, you go to media gallery. All the images pop up. There's that page that I had just uploaded. There's a whole mess of stuff. Now, all of these, if I have a public tree, so these photographs are going to become public, okay? So I could take any one of these photographs and I could view the image full, which really isn't any bigger than it was. I can edit the details right here by clicking edit. As a reminder, all of these instructions are in the handout for the channel members and the patrons. So that's the information access level channel members. I'll run some video on how to find those handouts here shortly. All right. So here I could say Mamie, and I could put some more information in here. I could put the date of the photograph. This is not the right date, so I'm going to delete that out of there. And I could just say update the photograph. Now, that doesn't mean she is attached to that person in the tree, though. That's just titling the photograph. So let's see. While we're here, you can email this photograph. You can send it to Facebook or Twitter right from here. There are more enhancements coming. This is all in process. So if we edit the photograph, this gives us an opportunity to do the colorization from here on the desktop. We can restore, we can enhance and restore. We can look at the original. We can look at the version. I like it kind of slightly enhanced. So I'm going to use that one, which is what I had saved before when we were doing it on the cell phone. Okay. So down here, it says attached to someone in my tree. So now I can do this. I can go Mamie Summerlin, and there she is. I can attach and hit go. And now she's attached to somebody in my tree. Okay. And then I can attach it to other people in the tree. I can browse the gallery from here by flipping through the pages of the stuff that I just did. Here's her, Mamie Summerlin and her husband again. Mamie Summerlin as on her wedding day. See, this is what we had typed in on the cell phone. So that's kind of cool. Then we can come up here and hit return. And this takes us back now to the photo gallery. So all these that just say photo obviously are not attached to anybody. Let's see if we can do something with this. Can we rotate this in this view? Let's see, edit photo. No. Ancestry, if you're listening, that would be great to have a rotation tool. So all in all, that is kind of fun to sit and play with and attach your photos to different people in your ancestry. So you know what? Being able to add photos on your cell phone, especially when you have multiple photos on a page, oh my goodness. I did try to scan something that had real small little thumbnails from my family tree, and all it did was copy the entire page, which is fine, but it wasn't the full big photographs like you see in this media gallery. So I think that is worth the price of admission right there. One thing I wanted to point out here too is on this photograph, obviously I cannot rotate it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete it. You just hit this button and hit remove. And then I would go and try and photograph that again, maybe changing the angle of the cell phone because the cell phone does orient. But why it came in sideways, plus half of it's cut off. So I would make sure that that is uploaded properly so that everyone can see it. One thing I want to do though, before I do that, is I want to try, let's edit the photograph. I want to see if enhance makes that font any clearer. Yeah, it does actually. That's before and after, and I know that's sideways. Now I could take it into any paint program and rotate it just about, but I'm going to just delete that out of there. All in all, I think that's pretty cool to be able to scan. As you can see, I've got the cell phone version here and I've got the desktop version here, and it looks very similar. All you have to do is click the little plus button to start scanning, to upload from your cell phone if you want to, or you know, you can do a couple different things. You can take a photograph of Uncle George who's standing right in front of you and hit take a picture and go through it that way. But the scanning thing I just think is just incredible to be able to do that and to be able to scan a photograph right from your cell phone. Hold still. I should have done this comparison before where it's going to do this crop and enhance. It's kind of I didn't take it out of the plastic, and I would do that definitely next time. But you know, you get the idea. It's a teeny tiny, this picture that I just scanned is this little itty bitty thing. I normally wouldn't do that, but I'm just going to hit add just for grins and giggles, just to watch it populate on. Probably need to refresh this page up here, and there it is. So kind of neat. I love it, love it, love it. Good job, Ancestry. There are 3 ways you can get the handouts. Now, the first way is to join the channel membership here at the information access level channel membership on the YouTube channel, and then go to the community tab and you'll find the posts that have the handout links in there. All you have to do is follow the link and download the handouts. Okay, now the second way is over at Patreon. Now, at Patreon, if you're at the Happy Dance level or higher, you can get the handouts. Those come directly to you in an email every time we announce the new video that has a handout with it. You'll also get early release with that membership. All right, and then the third way is just to go over to genealogytv.org and click on the handouts tab, and you can find all the handouts there for individual purchase. So I hope that was helpful. The handouts really do support the channel, and for that, I thank you. Well, I hope you found that helpful. This is just really powerful. I was just so impressed with how easy it is to use, how easy it is to import. All you got to do is type your information. You can do that either on your cell phone or on your desktop. I just really thought that was kind of neat. So anyway, there are more Ancestry videos on the screen for your binge watching pleasure. We'll catch you in the next one.